But Brett, you missed a good Hollywood show.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask you guys about that, but I mean, I'm sure it's a pretty long conversation, but still, I mean, how was it?
It's
Well, I'll
good.
ask anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah, just Matthew made a new friend.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little Jeffrey Jones got a little friendly,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. You know, Jeffrey
Yeah. Hey.
Jones, the dad from Beetlejuice and
Yeah.
yeah.
the principal in Ferris Bueller.
Yep.
We met him and, he was kind of like, I was like, oh, Robert has a goatee. I said, oh, I can't grow a goatee. I wish I could. It just looks
And
dirty. And he was kind of
oh,
like,
he was all over about that.
yeah, he was
Really?
very like, oh, well, you should leave it and this and that. And then we popped up. We were in another part of the facility.
Yeah.
And then he kind of pops up and was like, hi, Matthew. And it's like,
Like, ooh,
hey, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Was
somebody remembers Matthew.
Yeah.
it was like super awkward at times.
Well, it was just like giving his history because I don't know if you're familiar, he has a very checkered bad history with
Yeah. Yeah.
child stuff on his computer. And,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
reason
yeah.
he hasn't been in a lot of movies since
Yeah.
2004.
Yep.
So it was just a little like awkward in that regard. He
Yeah.
did give off a creepy vibe.
Yeah. And I wasn't
No.
gonna meet him, but then like Sean was there and he was in line. I was like, "Are you meeting?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right." But
Yeah.
so I decided to, but then Matthew was with me. But it
Yeah.
was Lorraine Newman, which I was kind of excited because it was also that day was the 40th anniversary for Perfect with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Travolta, and
Oh,
Lorraine
yeah.
Newman
Oh,
is
okay.
in it. So she didn't seem quite as excited about as I was for for that. But I was like, you know what? Nobody else is in line. But no, she was nice. So
Yeah.
I was excited for Marissa Ribisi because of for me kicking and screaming, but also Dazed and Confused and the Brady
Dazed and
Bunch
Confused.
movie.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
so
yeah,
both,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yep. Yeah.
Mimi Rogers, I was so excited because
Yeah.
The Mirror Has Two Faces, and so actually I brought my
She was
DVD
very nice.
Did you really?
cover. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cover for her to sign. She said she usually has 8x10s of her in the wedding dress from The Mirror Has Two Faces, but
Nice.
she didn't seem to be able to find it. But yeah, so she was super nice. She looked really good. So
And she
Cool.
said those photos were arriving later. She's like, well,
yeah,
we'll be here later. I'm like, really? You have a courier
yeah,
bringing photos from that
Yeah.
movie
yeah,
later?
Yeah.
yeah. I was probably
How?
most excited. Oh, go ahead.
No. How old is she now?
She's got to
I-
be, I'll tell you right now.
I'm just curious.
yeah,
I
she
mean,
looked
Mimi
good.
Rogers
Yeah,
is 69. Yeah, she
yes.
did
okay.
look good.
Yeah, for yeah. Somehow start looking older than these people that they do, but
Man, I know. Yeah.
yeah.
I know,
Uh
I know the struggle, my
yeah.
friend.
Uh
I
but
told her she looked great. And she was very complimentary and yeah, she was a breath of fresh air. I thought she
yeah,
was
That's
very,
nice.
very nice. Yeah.
Very cool.
not everybody could be after Matthew's kind. Cindy Pickett, I was probably most excited to meet for because she's been a staple, obviously also in Ferris Bueller,
Yeah.
and Sleepwalkers, and I
She
talked
was
to her a
very
little bit.
nice.
Yeah, I know my first name is Steven, and then I had it on my list, but I forgot. She reminded me that she shot that America miniseries in Nebraska.
Yes.
So we chatted
America
a
with a
little bit about
K.
America. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
she was
Eh,
nice, and then she was married to, is it Lyman Ward?
He
And
was
they,
my highlight of the day.
yeah. So it's funny because they played husband wife. They were husband wife. I think they divorced. But
Yeah.
both in Ferris Bueller and then Sleepwalkers, and I think somewhere
Okay.
else as well. But and obviously Matthew knows him best from a small part, I guess, in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and he even
Yeah.
repeated the line for us. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, like
That's
three
cool.
times. The line is, you'll never make the six to Steve Martin at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah,
And he
yeah,
said
yeah,
it. Well,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, oh, I'm a big fan. You'll never make the
yeah,
six. He said it like two or three times
Yeah.
yeah.
in the
That's
way he
cool.
said it. And I
And then
was like,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I love is when they repeat it back and it's like the same, like,
yeah,
next,
yeah,
without skipping
yeah,
a beat. He's like, you'll
yeah,
never make the six. And I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, that was cool. Because
yeah,
yeah,
I watch that movie every Thanksgiving. It's my favorite comedy. And
yeah,
now it makes it like all the sweeter. Like, oh, I remember
all
meeting
the
yeah,
him and he
specials.
was
So
great. Yeah.
yeah.
So
What a
he
great
he was a
movie.
yeah.
gentleman. He was really
Yeah.
cool.